Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him. Make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Yo, people, welcome back to another live. People, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes. We're on the road to 1K subscribers, people. And I forgot to say this last stream. Thank you again for 900 subscribers. Much appreciated, people. It's so close to our end goal before the end of the season. It's actually very possible that we can hit before the end of the season as well, which is mental in itself because it looked impossible at one point. But listen, another West Ham United Tottenham match preview, people. Jay and George will be joining later, but shout out to Elijah for joining as well. First show on the channel, obviously fellow GVOC member. Like, listen, Elijah, how you been, man? Inside of football, outside of football, all of that. How you been?
I've been chilling, man. You already know football's not enough to get me down in it, so I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm out with a torn ACL right now, out from the GVO lineup, so we're just slowly recovering. I'll be able to make my way back, hopefully sooner rather than later. But I kind of everything's been nice, man. Honestly, every time I get on YouTube, I see you've hit 900, then you'll be at 910, then you'll be at 920, and yo, 1,000 subs is right around the corner, man. And I love to see it, man. I love to see my guys getting that monetization. So I'm in good spirits, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it as always, people. Big up Spotlight and Spurs once again. Your Mike's bringing them GOAT tier guests, yeah. Listen, the GVO pool, man. The GVO pool. Like, listen, if Elijah's link is in the title, same as Jay and George. I'd say Elijah makes the best uploads in the scene. In terms of pure uploads, best in the scene. You ain't gonna have someone that makes uploads like Elijah. So big up to Elijah for that every single time. Listen, bro, if you fuck up, you're gonna get called a grifter. I'll tell you that.
I got something new coming to the channel as well. I'll have to tell you about it off stream. But we got something new that's gonna be coming, bro. People aren't ready for it.
I'm looking forward to that already. I'm looking forward to that. Something I'm not looking forward to though is this game. West Ham United playing Tottenham. But West Ham United playing, that's something I will never, ever look forward to. I haven't ever in my life. I'm 21 years old. I guarantee when I'm 42, I'm just going to look older with the same opinion, fam. Like, it's just going to be my face with more lines on my forehead with the same exact opinion on West Ham United. But you guys won yesterday, which didn't help my morale at all. But at the same time, these useless Swedes, bruv. These fucking useless Swedes, man. You know, I'm starting to hate Scandinavia, bruv. Like, just because of yesterday. Like, I can't lie. I'm starting to hate
they're not even Swedish. The Norwegian, fam. It's Chelsea that played the Swedish people.
Oh, yeah, fuck both of them, man. Fuck that. There's them Swedes when I play Chelsea as well. Like, fuck them, man.
Yeah, fuck Odegaard's country, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them.
Fuck them. Hey, it's not a good time for Norway. Haaland injured, Odegaard existing, and them not losing to Tottenham. Like, that is mad.
The best thing about Norway must be writing, bro. Shout out Chelsea in that, bro. Might be writing. That's tough.
Hey, the best thing about Sweden is your birds, mate. Like, nothing else.
IKEA, fam. I can't lie. IKEA. Hey, I've got an IKEA desk right now. I can't hate on IKEA, man.
Hey, shout out IKEA, man. Used to be one of them go-to shops to go to. Now everything's overpriced in every shop. Facts. Every shop, even my local pub where like 5 people go in, fam. It's in like all the pints are overpriced. Like, who exactly are you charging, bro? No one's walking in. There's no one in there. There's no one in there for you to charge, and you're charging overpriced.
So how the fuck you still open, bro? I can't lie.
Honestly.
Just shut down already. Where's the closing sign, bro? Just shut down already.
And a pub next to it literally got taken down for more flats. There's more people living in my area. Yeah, say less. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be on smoke from my area every time I come out of my house.
You're gonna have to fight away the landlords and
honestly, man. Everything's falling apart, bro. And it's a West Ham area as well. We used to train here, fam. We used to train here in my area. Now it's just a women's team in the academy. So shout out them every single time. But bro, how are you feeling after yesterday and then going into this game? Because I was saying to Sava, like, if I was a Tottenham fan right now, I wouldn't give a fuck about this game coming up. I don't care about this game coming up now. I'm a West Ham fan. Like, so how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, neither of us should really care because like the 3 relegated teams have already been decided. So 16th, 17th, 15th, like, does it really matter? Like, in terms of bragging rights, I guess, but it's like at the same time, bragging rights. I don't think West Ham really care about Tottenham and vice versa. We don't really care about each other too much in terms of clubs or rivalry. It's just a game. Like, we're both bad. We're both doing terrible in the league. It's just the difference
Yeah.
is that you guys don't have a European campaign and we do. So it doesn't really matter. It's just like whoever wins, it'll be like, oh well, and we move on, innit? Like it's not gonna be a good performance from either team. You know, it's just gonna be who scores and who doesn't. That's all it's gonna be, man.
Legit. I used to care about this fixture. I don't care about it. I've never been less enthused about West Ham Tottenham in my life. And this is the thing. I would say this, even if we win, what the fuck can I say? What can I say about this game? Like, oh, Tottenham, we beat you. We're now above you. We're 16th now, so hold that. Like, what the fuck am I meant to say? Like, you're in the Europa League, you're going to be Europa League final, and I'm just going to be fucking shouting at my camera still. So what the hell am I even going to be like,
we both fell off a cliff, man. It's like it feels like ages ago, but it's not even a few years ago. But it's like West Ham was still out in that outside conference to Europa League kind of qualification kind of route. And to be fair, that's where Tottenham was. We were kind of like slightly above sliding down at that point, but we were pretty much in that same kind of bracket in terms of we're not competing for the league and we're slightly not good enough for the Champions League. So we're kind of in that Europa Conference kind of discussion. And it's just been, obviously, you know your team way better than I do, but it's just been a complete just nosedive since then. And now we're both kind of just, we're shit, but we're good enough to not have to worry about relegation for this season alone. And the next season might be something different, I'll be real. But yeah, we're good enough for now. That's the most important thing.
We're good enough because them man downstairs aren't good enough, man. Like them Ipswich and Southampton and Leicester, you see you lot. Thank you for existing, because otherwise I would have to be going to Millwall and them, man. Like, honestly, man. Hey, imagine, if they didn't exist, it would be like West Ham, Tottenham, Man United. Just
imagine a season where West Ham, Tottenham, and United got relegated. You know how bad that would flip the whole Premier League season.
Bro, there'll be more live Championship games than Premier League. Like,
bro, the Championship might actually make more money than the Premier League that season. I'll be so real. Just in terms of they might get more streams than the Premier League. Tottenham, United, and West Ham in the Championship. Oh my! Every single game will be sold out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, honestly, and Joe's mad is that the Championship's so mad is that you getting relegated doesn't mean you're automatically going to get promoted because it's so close. Like, there was a point in the Championship a couple of weeks ago where every team could have got promoted or relegated mathematically. Like, that's how dumb it was. That's how dumb this fucking league is. Because Hull City were in the just missed out on playoffs. They sacked Liam Rossinier, and now they're about to get relegated with Ruben Sellers, who was Southampton caretaker last year. Like, that's how dumb this fucking league is, you know. Like, it's such a good league to watch, but like, you don't want to be in it, because you would go through hell. Like, I would lose my hair, my hairline, my forehead. I would lose everything. I would lose my whole existence, being in that league again. Like, when I was there, when we was there before, it was different. Like, we had to rebuild and stuff. If we was there in the London Stadium, oh my god, I would every West Ham fan would buy a noose on Amazon, bro. Like, it's mental. Like, every West Ham fan. Because no one wants to be in that stadium when we're in the Premier League. No one wants to be in the stadium when we were good, let alone when we're shit. Like, we're not. Like, I don't want to go near that stadium. Where did it change for you, though?
Imagine Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Championship. Oh my!
After Chris Eubank Ben, and then you go to Plymouth at home, and then Plymouth at home,
and then Sheffield Wednesday at home. Okay, bro. Yeah. Imagine Beyonce. So we got relegated this season. Then we got to host Beyonce and them people, and then Millwall at home right after that. Oh my god!
Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Conor Ben all come into a Championship stadium. Like,
I swear, they would never catch me in Tottenham again. But I've only been twice. They would never catch me a third time. I can't lie. I'm not surrounding myself with that club. It was made for great content, though. I'm telling you, if we're in the Championship for one season, I feel like my subscribers would probably quadruple in one season, just because people will want to find Tottenham channels for the meltdown. I'm being so serious. It would probably be great for the channel if we spent one time in the Championship, but I couldn't. Getting relegated, I could never chat to any club. It don't matter how many Champions Leagues I win. Doesn't matter how many Premier Leagues I win. It doesn't matter how many Carabao Cups. If we get relegated, we can never chat to anyone, which is why we can't, under any circumstance, be relegated. It's not an option. It really isn't.
Never. You like these owners, like my owners moved us from Upton Park to London Stadium to compete for the next level, Fucking fraud, yeah. So you see if I'm going championship after that, yeah. If I'm going championship after that, what is the next level? The fucking championship, the like the Millwall away and all that. Like, what is the next level from that? Like there's no like. Imagine Mike's at Millwall away. I've got stories about going to that area. I've never been
Oh
to the
shit.
stadium. I said to Jay on his channel like a couple of weeks ago, like I was the
Yeah.
darkest person in Bermondsey. Like, bro, I was the darkest person there.
Nah. Oh
Like,
my.
I looked
Yeah.
I looked like I've never been the darkest person in any room in my life.
Oh
In my
my
life.
god. Yeah, they
Saki
must have been
Boys
giving
was
you the side eye.
yeah, Saki Boys was not a mistake because we were getting by for 5 or 6-0 anyway. It was hiring Lopetegui and why we're here in the first place. But
Fucking
listen,
Lopetegui, man.
would you go to Millwall away?
Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't even go to Millwall at home because that means Millwall fans are in the stadium. I'm never gonna know, bro. So I can get glassed. I'm cool.
So might end up on a t-shirt. That's it, rest in peace.
Oh my god, they might actually, Millwall
No.
fans, they can stay away from me, bro. No
I
cap.
went to Millwall at home at Upton Park when we were in the championship for one season, yeah. You know, these men threw a blue flare at us. And I'm like 9. Like
A
these men
blue flare.
they threw a blue
Oh
flare at
my-
us.
Nah, this shit is so stupid, bro. I saw this is so stupid. Man, Millwall are they're aliens, bro. They have to be aliens. They can't be
Oh,
real
yeah.
people. I
Bald
swear.
aliens. Like legit with Millwall fans, yeah. Like I'm gonna tell the story anyway because who cares? One of my friends' stepdad is a Millwall fan, yeah, and my friends don't watch football. For context, I went to my friend's house and the stepdad's barely there. So when he found out I was a West Ham fan, this guy's already like drunk off his head, yeah, like he's proper on the stellars and shit. So this guy shouted at me like, "I've seen." What you've seen, you've won. I've seen my club win. I looked up Millwall's trophy honours. It came up with League One playoff winner.
Hey, these men are like Crystal Palace in the Championship.
Yeah. Bro, you see these South London teams, yeah, in the most disrespectful way possible. Like you won literally no one. I can't lie.
Where's League One playoff? Hey, nah.
Not even like they won. They didn't even win League One. He didn't win it. He didn't win League One.
They were participation in the playoffs, bro. It's true. Hey, nah.
Oh my god,
That's so fucked.
it's because
Hey,
like I
that's
saw.
so fucked.
It's like there's a clip of it on my shorts. Yeah, like someone said in my comments that some Crystal Palace fans said they're bigger than West Ham. I looked up their trophy honours on this. I shared my screen. You know what came up? FA Cup runners up.
Yeah, no, bro. I saw that clip. I saw that clip from you, bro. The Crystal Palace
Bro.
bigger than West Ham clip. I saw it. I was dying, bro. Hey, runners
Bro.
up, man. Runners up is
Yeah,
insane.
man. And look who's come to
Nah.
join, bro. Man put on an old school retro shirt and everything. We got to Jay.
Guy just woke up, bro. Look at his pillow in the background, fam. You see that, bro? He just rose out of bed and turned on the stream yard, bro. Look at this guy.
Jay, what you saying, man?
I'm great. What are you saying? Big up the chat, big up the panel. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive and well.
You were just woken up high or both?
Both.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
I've never seen the pillow in the background.
I didn't mean to fall asleep. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna run to the shop. Fell asleep with my shoes on and I had to. I was like, oh, fuck it.
I said, fell asleep with your shoes on, bro.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
I'd wake up sweating, bro.
Especially in this heat.
Oh, yeah. No, my window's open, innit? And I've got a fan in there as well. But like I wasn't wrapped under the cover or nothing. Like I just sat on my bed, sat back like this. Like how I'm sitting now with my legs off the bed and
some cartoon sleep, bro.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
Nah, I don't smoke, bro. I don't smoke.
It's only Jay that smokes here.
Yeah,
as you can see, he looks like he's about to fall asleep again. But it's a big up, Jay. I wanted to ask you both, yeah. Like, I know your opinion on the manager, but where did it go wrong for you lot? Like where it came from, like the manager perspective, where it's like, oh, this guy, these smokes like the highest of crack sort of thing. Like where did it come to that moment where it was like, nah, fuck this guy?
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you'd want. I thought you'd want
No,
to
no,
go
no.
first.
I actually want to hear where E turned because we turned at different points. You know what I'm
True.
saying? We didn't turn at the same time. I turned last season. So E.
Yeah, you was early. I was one of the last people in this kind of Anjout sphere to turn. I think George was later than me, to be fair, but I was one of the last people to turn because I wanted to give this manager every single chance in the book, innit? But the Tamworth game.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Oh my god.
of course I was doing a watch along. Every like 5 in-game minutes, I would say, yo, it's been X amount of minutes that we have not scored. I was doing that until the 100th minute. 100 minutes. And apart from Werner and Mikeytimmo, it's a starting 11. Obviously, Vicario was out injured, but Kinski, good enough, bro. 9 out of the 11 players were in the starting lineup at the time. And it took 100 minutes for Tamworth to score an own goal. We didn't score. It was an own goal. At this point, I knew the manager's tactics were gone, bro. If it takes 100 minutes for the defense, for Tamworth to score an own goal, then there's no way you can win a trophy with these tactics. Now, to be fair, we're about to be in a final, so I could be proven wrong. But in that moment, I was like, yeah, this manager's tactics is not good enough to win any trophy of magnitude. So that's when I was like, yeah, he's gone in it. And it was just a bunch of things that added up until then. Like the fact that even in Celtic, he wasn't changing his tactics. He said that he'd rather the players would get injured so he can uphold his style of play. You know, it's things like that. You know, I don't really care about winning. I care about entertainment first, or at least as much as winning trophies. It's just a bunch of stuff that's kind of added up together. And it's like, I always take media stuff with a grain of salt because most of the time they waffle. But like, to be fair to him, he's being true in what he says. Like, his actions show that he's speaking his truth, innit? And it's like, yo, if you're not going to switch up tactics, you don't want to, you'd rather jeopardize the careers of the players like Van de Ven and, you know, players that are normally injury prone like Romero and players like that. You're willing to jeopardize their careers so you can play a style of football that's clearly not working. You don't want to change it up. And you care, at bare minimum, just as much as entertainment to the casual fan rather than the winning the game and winning in general. That's just not a manager who he doesn't fit in my sort of bracket as managers I'd want, just in terms of philosophy. So, yeah, I couldn't give him any chances after Tamworth. I was done.
Offense. Jay, when did you turn?
After Van de Ven got dropped on his head at St. James's Park, you know what I'm saying? That legendary picture I'm sure we've all seen of him breakdancing. You know what I mean? He looked like Moose from Step Up. Yeah, start. You know what I'm saying? Begging you. All the head spin in the rain and that.
Yeah, Madcon and that, fam. Oh my god.
Yeah. Start. But that's when I turned in it because I knew. I told every man. I said to everyone, yeah, if we keep this guy and play 3 games a week, we're gonna have to start starting the janitors in league games. All the players are gonna die. We're gonna have to start calling up the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Give the coach number 95 on the back, slap him out there on the pitch. And everything I said would happen has happened. One by one. So yeah, last season and then at the start of the season, I think where my head really went was after we lost to Chelsea. I was just like, this guy is insane. This guy is insane. We're 2-0 up against Chelsea. Just defend the lead. Just defend the lead. Like, do you know what I'm saying? What's bro doing? Game over there. And then I saw Son crying, and then that was kind of the icing on the cake. I said, yeah, this club's full of snowflakes. You know what I'm saying? Full of flipping candy floss.
Yeah, I hear that. Because like everyone turns at different points. Big up to George for joining as well. Shout out to yourself, bro. First time on the YouTube channel. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, Max. Thank you for having me here. Big up to obviously E and J. And I was watching before I joined. I'm seeing next man just waffling in the chat, talking about George said this, George said that. Bro, I've never seen my man in my chat, so I know he's just chatting shit and just making things up.
I just realized he don't know ball. I didn't even see that comment. What the hell?
Like my man does. I was talking about treble. I've never said treble once in my life. So see, you know, he's just making things up and chatting, bro. So get your little bit of attention here on Mike's channel, because no one's gonna listen to you elsewhere, bro. It's all good.
Oh fucking hell! I was just talking about.
No, you know by now, Mike. So when guys try to send for me, I can do this.
No,
of course.
Do
you want to do the sending thing? Just like I don't know that bloody my man Sid who you had on the channel. Man, were talking about George this George. Tell Sid to never try.
Oh, minerals and that.
Minerals, not even original name, bruv. He's got no minerals. Call him elements, fam. The fuck. Man,
like hammerhead and that.
Crazy.
Sid is insane.
Man looking like Sid from Ice Age.
The man are never trained in it, so they know how to fight back in that, fam. You know the ones.
It's not even never a foul, man. This is how you grew up. You do this stuff in school. If guys think they're gonna get cornered, you ain't gonna get.
I'm talking about for these man on the YouTube comments and that.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Hey, listen, like you see minerals, yeah. You made your own bed. That was your fault. You said that. I'm not gonna repeat what you said, but it was like me and E would not.
Bro, we know it. Yeah, nah, I didn't want no part of that, bro.
Nah, I'm turning off my camera, bro. Like that.
I didn't want no part of that, bro.
Yeah, I'm not part of it. But yeah, George, I was literally just talking to Elijah and Jay about when they turned on Ange Postecoglou. Like, what was your turning point? Because everyone had a different turning point from what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I heard E mention about Tamworth. I'll say for me, I said like that week of football. I think there was like a 2-week period, but where we almost lost to Tamworth, and then we lost to Everton and got pummeled by Everton, by the way, and then we lost at Leicester. That week, I said, if we didn't have the semi-final to look forward to and the game in the 5th round of the FA Cup, I would have said, yeah, you had to get sacked then. Like, that was sackable offenses. Conceding 3 goals to Everton, a team that is still one of the lowest goal-scoring teams in this league. I think it's probably one of the only games where they've scored 3 goals, especially in the first half. At that point, they'd only scored 15 in the whole of the season. 15 in about 19 games. They bagged 3 against Spurs. I said that was a sackable offense. I gave him some grace. And like he said, I was just willing to wait until I said, let's see how the Liverpool game goes. If he gets us into a final, then we can have another conversation. He's got to play his finals. We obviously saw how that played out with Jose Mourinho before, so didn't want to have another situation where we've got another manager get sacked before an important game. That's what I didn't want to see. When we saw what happened with Liverpool, we saw what happened with Aston Villa. I said after the Liverpool game, I know we're not beating Villa anyway. Get him sacked. So that the Liverpool game was a turning point for me in the Carabao Cup. But I obviously before that, like he mentioned, there was a lot of problems and stuff going on. We already identified as Spurs as a club, or Spurs as fans, identified the tactics weren't really working. We wanted to see some adaptations from him. He was trying to do those adaptations, but we gave him a bit of grace because we was going through one of the worst injury periods that he was. So he didn't really have much movement with the team. But when you saw the injuries coming back and a few players coming back, there was no difference. So you had to just start to accept that the football's not improving, the tactics isn't improving. I've never once heard any player come out and be like, Ange does such great work in the training pitch. We do this, it's tactical, or it's never in that. It's, Ange is a great man. I don't give a fuck if Ange is a great man, bruv. I don't care how his morals are. Antonio Conte is a cunt. Jose Mourinho is a cunt. But these players and these managers are the best. They get the best out of their players. We heard about how Son, Kane, and Son got tired of Conte. They got tired of his training sessions. I mean, these aren't winners. Conte is going to battle. He left Tottenham and he's going to battle for a league with Napoli. He just won a league with Inter Milan, and before that, he was dominating Serie A for many years, and he's also won a league. Like he does this. This is what Conte does. He comes to teams. He is a bit of a, he's going to upset a lot of people, but if you do things his way, he wins things. So I don't really care about what how good of a man our manager is. I want a manager that's really a coach. So yeah, man. Yeah. And it's time. It's time.
I was gonna ask, so then that leads me on to my next question. Now that I've got all 3 of you here, I asked Sava this earlier. If you win the Europa League, would you keep him or just get him gone still?
Chat to this man. Shout out to that guy.
Fuck no. I told you, pack his bags. He doesn't even deserve a flight. You know what? If he wins it, he deserves economy flight. But if he doesn't, I've said it numerous times. Put him on have you watched Narcos? You know what the boats they used to go across the river to ship the cocaina, fam? Put him and his wife and kids on one of them boats and send them to Greece. Do you know what I mean?
Send him to New Zealand, bro, just to take the piss.
Or send him to, even better. Send him to New Zealand. You know, like that. He can't be here whether he wins it or not, because it doesn't make up for losing 21 Premier League games. Now, you might be thinking, we haven't lost 21 Premier League games. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. We've lost 21 Premier League games. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're losing this weekend.
You're not losing this weekend.
And we're losing against Palace because their man are on smoke. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's got to get sacked, man. He's got to get sacked. Because if we go into the Champions League with this guy, one, his talent ID is shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Two, if we go into the Champions League, we're going to get embarrassed. We could be at the bottom of both tables, the Prem and the Champions League.
Been fair. George, what about you?
No, he's got to get sacked. He's got to get sacked. For me, my turning point obviously was the results played a factor in it, but it was more the football, not the improvement in the performances on the actual pitch. Like I like to focus on the things that you can see with your eyes. So the football still hasn't improved. It's still not sustainable. Defensively, we still look an absolute mess. He has to go. He's not good enough. It's as simple as that. Like the trophy's all nice and we can congratulate him, but thank you. Next, like you done what you promised. You always win something in your second season. That's cool, but you left the club in an absolute mess. So we're just gonna have to move on from you, respectfully.
Elijah, what about you?
I feel like I'm in the minority with this. Well, I don't think I know I'm in the minority, but I'd keep him for a little bit longer. I ain't gonna lie. He would win. He would have proved me wrong because my whole stick with Ange is my whole stick. Yeah, I beg you, play
find out.
Nah, Jay, play the
around and find out.
Jay, I ain't gonna stop, bro. Unless you play the clip, I ain't gonna say shit. But you can't.
I don't even have the
stream
clip. It's not my
exactly.
choice.
So you gotta shut up. Exactly. You gotta shut up. But now my whole gripe with Ange is I didn't think his tactics were good enough to win a trophy of any type of magnitude. If he wins Europa League, he's proven me wrong. So I wouldn't at that point have a reason to doubt him. Now, one thing I will say is everyone is pretty much in agreement that the players at the club, most of them anyway, aren't being used the way they need to be. Like Ange doesn't use them properly. But so at that point, I would be interested to see in what players do come in that would actually suit Ange and the style of play he plays, and to see if we improve. Now, if we don't improve, then yeah, Saka's claw in it. Like I'd probably give him, like, you know how United gave Ten Hag, like not as long as that, maybe like a couple months of the league, just to see, because if we're so sure that if Ange doesn't get players in that actually suits his system, we're going to be this bad. If we're that sure it's not going to be better, then cool, sack him in it. But if he's able to win the Europa League, no matter what the run is, because who gives a fuck what the run is? We want a trophy. If he's not able to improve the results after winning the best trophy we've won in how many years? Like maybe like 40 years at this point plus, then yeah, at that point, sack him in. But I believe he deserves that chance because he's the most successful manager we would have seen in our lives at Tottenham. So
I've got a question. Would you agree though that we could end up in an Amorim situation where like we do end up sacking him, like United sacked Ten Hag, and then we need a new manager? But don't you think if we get a new manager, don't you think he would deserve a transfer window, time with the squad to actually, you know what I mean? Just asking.
I'm convinced that Ange goes regardless, simply because as well, you have to remember we've got a new CEO, that Vinay Vinkancham, as well as Fabio Paratici has now been confirmed by Graham Bailey today that he's on his way back to Spurs. I don't think either of those were involved. Well, I know Paratici wasn't involved in the bringing in of Ange. Plus, that new guy's going to want to you're going to want to do a refresher. Like you just said there, Jay, you need to allow that manager to have a transfer window. Otherwise, you will be in a situation where mid-season you have to bring in a new manager. The options are less. The manager's not going to have the time to implement, and you have to write off another season. We can't afford to write off seasons. We're not fucking a big club. Like, we can't just sit here and be like, oh yeah, this season we're not going to win anything again. Oh, this season, it's because we're doing a transition season. How many transition seasons have we had in the last 5? About 4 of them. Like, we can't do this.
No, I do understand where you guys are coming from, and to be fair, the best thing to happen for the club is to Ange to go in the summer anyway. So I'm only saying it in terms of if there's only 2 options, win the Europa League and Ange stays, or lose it and he goes, I'm taking win and he stays. But the best thing to happen is we win the trophy and Ange goes regardless. So I'm in agreement with you guys there. The one thing I will say in terms of the manager and the transfer window, again, like one thing I'll say is we got to remember the profile players we have at the club. They don't suit Ange ball. So if we bring in players that do suit Ange ball, that's automatically a complete different profile of player. So you're already diversifying the profiles of players that you'll have at the club in general. So it's not like a manager's going to come in and you have 24 players suited to one style of play. That's not how it works. If anything, we already have a mixture of players in terms of their profile and their technical ability that are suited to different styles of football. Like the most, we've always been talking about a free back is best for Tottenham right now. But if we're bringing in fullbacks that can invert, for example, because we know Porro and Udogie can't do it, if we bring in a fullback that's better at inverting, that's already a different profile. If we bring in a touchline winger who's a creator, we don't have anyone else in the club that's like that for real, who's actually good. We don't have a proper striker at the club. So if we bring in a striker, for example, because again, it's Tottenham, so I'm not going to hold my highs and regards up there, but like if we bring in a midfielder who's an actual proper holding midfielder, who's a destroyer, we don't have anyone in the club that's a destroyer holding midfielder. We don't have that. So, of course, a manager bringing in their own style of players, their own caliber of players, and having time to gel with the team would help. One thing I will say, though, is if you bring in players that are suited to Ange ball now and it still doesn't work out, you already have different profiles of players in the team. So you have a new manager that will come in that automatically has a lot of more profiles of player to go through. So in that case, you'll still be able to pick up chemistry with the squad. And the players that do come in, remember, they're still going to have to play into the team and get used to the players anyway. So player manager is still going to be the same kind of thing. And plus, we know players like Archie probably have to go out on loan. Mikeytimmo probably have to go out on loan anyway. Tell's going to go back to Bayern because we're not signing him for 60 million. So there's still going to be a bunch of players that are going to be in and out of the squad. So whether it's the manager or the players, we're still going to have a big shift with the squad in general when a new manager comes in or if Ange ends up staying. So I think it's slightly over embellished in terms of the time the manager needs for the squad in the summer.
You know what's not just as important as like giving someone a transfer window, is giving someone a pre-season as well. Like you need a pre-season, especially if it's like a new manager. Like for example, I don't think like when managers win a trophy that are under pressure already, it's still not the solution of okay, they won a trophy, then give them the extra thing, because it happened with Ten Hag and it even happened with Moyes last season for us. I call it worse now, but the sacking of Moyes wasn't the problem. It was the hiring of the next manager. And I feel like what you're seeing with Amorim is kind of similar, like referring to what Jay said, is kind of what you're going to see next season if you was to keep Ange, which you're probably not going to. Like for me as well, if Man United literally bought players that Ten Hag wanted in the summer and then sacked him after debatably trying to sack him previously because they couldn't get anyone else, Zerbi, Tuchel, whatever. And then Amorim hired in the middle of the season, and then they are where they are, sort of thing. Like I completely understand if you were still sacking, because I know what the media are going to do. Much I don't like Tottenham. I've gone through this with West Ham, where it's like you want a trophy, so you should be grateful and all that. That's what the media are going to do because they don't understand the fans' perspective of how they support their club. But it's not going to make it any less toxic, the trophy either. I'll say this to Savaronia. Your fans are going to be even more divided if you were to keep Ange, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to keep him because of the trophy. There's going to be people that just want it out because it's not enough for them. People are still going to start fighting, like in like not physically, but obviously internally. Like it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. In this side, ask Elijah, you're not afraid of relegation?
No,
I am.
No.
How come?
With Ange, I always am.
It was just more of a what do you call it season, anomaly season. That's the word for it. It's more of an anomaly. Like from going from 5th to 16th or 17th, it's really an anomaly season. It's a mix of a bunch of things, but I'm not really too worried about relegation in general. I think it's easy to think that way, but nah.
Near side Arsenal, would you take Maresca at Spurs? He might be available soon.
Fuck no. He can stay there, bro. He can stay in Chelsea.
I don't think that would solve anything as well, especially with the similar amount of football that they play. I know it's not like completely the same, but just with your players, it just doesn't make any sense.
He's one Kukurea away from playing the same.
Yeah. So even literally like from yesterday, I was saying this to Elijah earlier. Ask you, Jay and George. You pretty much don't care about this game on the weekend, then do you? Like, bro, it's like you're about to be in the Europa League final. Like, does this game to you matter on the weekend? Like, I don't think
it don't matter. As in, I don't care if we win, but we can't lose. Like Jay said, I'm just not trying to get to 20 defeats or 21 defeats at that. So the aim of the game for me in the Premier League is just not to lose. Don't be losing games. If this is a draw, don't really make a difference to either of our seasons. So no, it's not anything in that sense, but we just can't continue to lose games. So we have to avoid losses in the Premier League.
Fair enough. What about you, Jay?
Well, if put it like this, this game will prove how shameless they really are in it. Because if they're shameless, they go out there and we get rolled over 3-0 or 4-2 or 4-1 or 3-1, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if they've got a little bit of something about them, they will go out there and put on a performance. Do you know what I mean? I don't like losing. I don't care what part of the season it is. I hate losing. And to you lot as well. For those who reside in the area of East London, you just know how jarring that is. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just you're everywhere. You can't really avoid a West Ham fan. You guys are like roaches. Like, I'm not even taking the pic. You guys are literally cockroaches. You're everywhere. You cannot get rid of you. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to lose. However, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose, to be honest with you, bro. I can't lie. Would it surprise anyone if Tottenham was to lose this game? Like,
yes.
Oh wow.
Because I support West Ham, bro. So I expect us to lose.
I'd be surprised, to be fair. I wouldn't expect Tottenham to lose this game.
No, bro, and also even I don't necessarily. We're not playing for anything, so I don't even care about this game either. But it's not even a case of that. Even if we win, what's the fucking point? What do I have to say to Tottenham fans after that? Oh, good, like we won. We might not in a fucking final. What can I say this week if we win? There's nothing I can do. Look, what the hell? This game is pointless. This game is pointless to me.
Krillin. You man are Krillin. I'm gonna start calling West Ham just Krillin FC. You know what I'm saying? These man it's just dark for you lot, man. Damn.
He might as well be Yamcha, fam. At least Krillin has a little Android 18 with a kid.
Yeah,
fam.
he got a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? At least he bags bad bitch. You lot don't even have a bad bitch. You got.
Is this a show that
you got kudos in that?
Let me. If I prefer not to speak, Like, I don't understand. Like this game on the weekend, you see these players. You think you rotating matters this week? Do you think bro? We drew to Southampton at home. At least you man even beat them. You think you got it bad? Jay, I'm not even trying to hear it. Oh, capital conflict. Like you got it worse than me. You don't have it worse than me. You don't.
He's not wrong, to be fair. He's not wrong.
Drew to Southampton, so they broke the fucking Derby County record.
Nah, mentally, I have it worse than you. Do you know why? Because, listen, I don't mean to be that guy, innit? But you've seen your club get relegated. I haven't seen my club even close to that. Do you know what I mean? That's not
more expectation.
This season, is like your first heartbreak. You know, it doesn't feel real. You know what I'm saying? You think, this ain't real. Bro, she gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? She gone, bro. I haven't experienced this. So it's like, that's why I say I have it worse. Bro, Nottingham Forest fans are talking shit to me and George.
Wolfie.
The man that howled on the internet, bro. He can never chat to me, bro. I can't.
No.
Man went on a single screen and howled on the internet, bro.
You've been on the show with the Palace fan. Palace fans have chest. Why?
I don't get that one. I don't
I
think
don't get
Palace
that one
fans
either.
can chat.
We
I
went
don't
over
think
this
Palace fans
earlier,
can
bro.
chat to
One
anyone.
runners up.
Yeah, have you never done a show with D? Trust me. I don't even know if you saw it. If you never watched the Never Foul show today, just see what happened to Fams on TVD. See what happened to him. Yeah, Just D got pressed by a D, and it pause. It's all this
Is it
D's
one of
is
them
crazy,
ones?
and it just D versus D is so mad. Everyone's name being D is
Too
mad.
many, bro. It's
And
too
put their
many.
full names.
There's too many D's. That's crazy.
Even Famzone is Dean
Just
and
D.
then
I'm just
D,
gonna
bro.
start
It's like,
Just D, innit? That's we're gonna just D.
Even that's mental.
Dean and Just D, bro. Like everyone's just got this letter, fam. For what reason, bro? I think you change your name, bro.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Look, you see, like I said this to Elijah earlier. You look up Crystal Palace, the first thing that comes up is FA Cup runners up. You can't chat to me. You can't even chat to me.
No,
Runners up.
facts.
Don't
The thing
chat.
is,
Like I
people's
saw a
definition
clip
of
of a
successful
Palace fan. I
change.
think it was that D guy. Pause. That said Palace bigger than West Ham. Bigger than who? The Sainsbury's is bigger than your ground, lad. Like right next to it. Like,
No, facts.
don't
Minus the
please.
car park as well, fam.
No, I can't even lie.
Now.
He's getting mad. He goes mad. Everyone thinks that in the chat. Oh, Jordan's getting rattled. Like, nah, I just like going back and forth because it's a bit of fun. But he knows his level. Like I said, I searched up their major honors. There was nothing. It said runners up, and then it showed EFL trophy, playoff trophy, St. Johnstone's paint fucking trophy, bruv. What are we doing here? They got a trophy named after the Labour man, fam. Like, what are we doing here, fam?
Man with
We
a
got a
toolbox
trophy
of
named
the
after
price.
The white van
You
man,
get
like a
the-
trophy named after the white van man,
That
fam.
man's
What is
trophies
going
and
on?
car boot sales and that, fam.
Trust me, man. What are we doing here?
Well, just because you got some
vouchers and
ultra
them
group
things.
in your stadium, fam. Just because you got some ultra group in your stadium that probably got a group chat. Should we dress in black today and start playing a drum in the stadium? Like, bro, allow it.
Or like the Ashburton Army. It's like them, the Ashburton
Gash-
Army.
You
the
don't want to
Gasper
see them
Army.
lot there. I'll tell you what, you don't want to see them in Highbury, mate. You know what I mean? Fighting Ashburton Army.
You do that accent too well, bro.
Don't want to catch them in Highbury.
Every time you do it, it reminds me of the time you had a Stella in your hand, fam.
Hey,
12 o'clock.
I've probably still got
Listen.
some Stellas down there. Trust me.
No,
Hey, have you got empty cans in your room?
You know what?
11:30 a.m. by the way.
It's straight
Stella.
Magnum we're sipping. Allow it. I don't want to hear
Now it,
nothing.
man. No.
No,
Bro, I can't lie. You're not allowed to run that one. Because when I said that to you last time, I said, "Oh, why you got a Stella and not a Magnum?" I'm feeling like a fucking Stella, mate. I want to have a Stella today. All of that. You can't. Don't try run the Maggie thing. No. We disowned you, bro. You're not doing the Maggie thing now. De-recruited. Yeah, you can't run the Maggies now.
King from when you man was in Pampers, bro. You get me?
His membership just is like when he tried to tap his membership, it didn't work, man.
That's when you man was in Pampers. You're 1 year older than me. Like, bro, you're not even an unk, bro. This guy wants to be an old guy. I feel like you want to be an old man.
I'm actually an unk. That's the thing. I'm official. I'm technically an official unk. You get me? But listen,
I've been an uncle, fam. What's wrong
with a Stella? What's wrong with a cold Stella on a Tuesday afternoon?
It wasn't afternoon. That's the problem. It was morning. That's the
No,
problem.
it wasn't. No,
it was 11:30 a.m. It was 11:30. It was. We rounded up to 12 o'clock, bro. I was in the stream. Don't cap. I was in
there,
the chat.
I was watching that.
Do not lie, bro. We can go to your Best of Hotspur Cave Part 1. I know because I made it, bro. I made it. I was in the chat, bro. You cannot chat shit, bro. I made the comp. It was 11:30.
It wasn't even a hot day like today, you know. It was a cold winter morning.
11:30 a.m., bro.
Hey, if you really wants to be a white guy, like in the morning or winter, you should have just had a tea or coffee or some shit like to warm you up on a winter day. A cold Stella, bro.
Listen.
I should kids like your wife.
Think of it like this, yeah. You see, sometimes in life you got a code switch. George, I know you know about code switching all the time. Do you know what I mean? When you're talking to Margaret from accounting and that, you got to put on a bit of a, you know what I'm saying? You got to sweeten it up a little bit. Sometimes you see, like how I'm sure Batman goes to bed and sometimes forgets to take off the costume. You know, like that. Sometimes you just forget to take off the costume. I slipped. It's fine. Why are we focusing on Jay drinking a Stella like this is a problem?
So you code switched in front of George. That's crazy. That's crazy. So
how is that?
You code switch for
that is a
because George is the man, then, bro. He's the man, then. He's. I don't know how you code switch in front of George.
At work now, when you're talking to your boss, or when you're talking to a customer, or when you're
Are
like,
you talking to Eva? Are you talking to
bro,
you?
I'm saying I forgot to switch the code off because the night before I was at
On his own channel, Max.
Like, allow it, bro. You're not
On his own channel, by the way.
Hey, but
It's not
your
even
audience
like
know
he's on-
you for you, fam. You code switched on your own channel, bro.
On his audio, bro. It's not even like he's on Savage channel, bro. And he code switched, bro. He's
You know
he's
what?
on his own channel, bro.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
This guy, he walked out the cave with a suit and tie on, bro. Do you know what? Insane, bro.
When we win the Europa League, yeah, and I have my Stellas on deck, I don't want to hear nada.
Man, the Hotspur corporate that. Hey,
let's stay on that because when you win the Europa League, so are you lot confident, yeah, of winning that trophy? I'm just asking.
United, man, lads, it's only United. You know what I mean? It's only United.
So you've gone from being depressed, Jay, to this.
What can
See
I
what
say,
Ange
man?
does to you, bro. This is
I
what
don't
Ange does to you.
understand. I don't understand. You can't even say you're worse than me.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you actually want to know what? That you had to be there to understand why I feel this way, bro. That I've never bro. I'm telling you, I have never experienced an atmosphere that like yesterday, bro. That was actually fucking insane, bro.
So that's what's gassed you. Fair enough.
Bro,
I hear that.
It got me charged up, and then we actually went out there and won. I was like, and I'm sitting there thinking, it's United, bro. We've beaten them 3 times already this season. The blueprint to beat them is there, final or not. These lot just need to turn up on a day. You think I don't have aunties and uncles in the Caribbean that don't have the little, you know what I'm saying?
Are you Haitian, fam?
Hey, listen. Hey, hey, voodoo is common all over the Caribbean, bro. You get me? You're from St. Lucia, bro. It's bare common in your island. You man are known for it. You get me?
I ain't never seen it, bro. I ain't never seen it in St. Lucia, bro.
You get me?
Unless you're making dumpling or something, bro. I ain't never seen that.
They're employing Harry Maguire at right wing, and you think I'm worried?
You know they haven't beaten us since 2022, right?
I saw that.
I know, but you know,
6 games.
We should be doing the Wendy 4-for-4, man.
They've not beaten us in 6 games. I'm not scared of this Man United side. I know this in the final. Yeah, Spurs this, Spurs that. We've slapped them up 3 times this season. They've not beaten Ange, so they don't know how to defeat Ange ball. They don't even know how to. So the trick has not kicked. The flip has not switched in their head for real.
You know what? You were so mad about this. I said 2 weeks ago that you lot would win the fucking Europa League. That's what's pissing me off. That's what's pissing me off because like I can't even say anything. I can't say. So you think if I win on this weekend, you think I'm going to say anything? Because I think you're going to win the fucking Europa. There's no point for me in saying anything.
Apparently, we're not getting past Bodo Glimt, fam.
The Norwegian giant killers.
Oh man,
there's only one giant getting killed, bro, and it's Latimer's Prime, bro.
As soon as I, oh my god,
you can hold that, bro.
As soon as I saw Bodo Glimt have no logo, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, it's curtains. These not actually going to win the fucking Europa League. They've got no logo.
I hope, fam.
What do you mean they got no logo?
Go on Google and look at Bodo Glimt. Their thing doesn't pop up. It's like when you go on FIFA and it's like a
yeah.
Bro, I'm probably older than Bodo Glimt. Like, it's mad. I'm definitely older than Bodo Glimt. Like, there's no way.
Gosh, man.
And that's the thing. Like, Bodo Glimt and then Man United, cool. Like, I know a lot of people will say, yeah, it's Man United in the final, as George said. But, bro, I don't have no confidence. And if you do win a final, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this season? I will crash out expeditiously on this channel because I've had enough of my club already. I can't be seeing clubs I dislike be happy this season, especially with me being 17.
What would you have to hold over us now? Because I think the only thing you've got nothing. Oh, this would be a snap back in reality. This is almost like when Arsenal finished above us for the first time in 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like we had nothing. You know what I mean? We had nothing. Everything had been taken away from us.
Like, that's the thing. I was never out of reality. I'm a West Ham fan. I'm never out of reality. I'm just stay there. I'm just covered in reality. The reality is my house. The reality is my house, bro. I have to go to the London Stadium to like put fucking goggles on to like watch the fucking game. I'm in reality. I'm in reality. All I don't want on this weekend, yeah, is some like last time when I went West Ham Tottenham at home. There was this fat guy with glasses trying to square up to me, and you supported Tottenham, of course. It looked like the
You
Milky
sure that
Bar
wasn't
kid
me,
from-
bro?
No, white kid. You're definitely not white.
Okay.
Like, it was just some fat
I
white
saw he
kid. That
said,
looked like-
"Nah, Jay, did not say a fat black kid, bro." I saw
No,
he
I
said a
said-
fat black kid.
No, I did not say
Oh,
fat black kid. I would not say fat black kid on
I
YouTube.
clip it.
Clip it all you want. I did not say fat white kid. I said fat black kid. I said fat. Just said there's a fat kid that supported Tottenham. Yeah,
Yeah, I
he squared
swear.
up to me. I did not say fat black kid.
We got Mike doing up PR training.
Well, you can clip it all you want. You clip it all you want. I did not say fat black kid.
Hey, my bad, fam.
Oh,
I
Fucking
genuinely
hell.
thought you said that, and I was.
Wait,
I was
was
trying to
that
get
happened
monetized, not
this
cancelled.
season, Mike? Was that this season?
No. So last season, when we
Okay,
faced you lot at home, yeah, it's like Milky Bar kid with glasses, yeah, tried to square it up to me in Stratford Station, and then there's like when you walk to the stadium, go around the corner, it's like a fence in between. The guy walks around the fence and starts like going, like, bro, you were just next to me. Why did you not punch me in the face?
There's a meme.
You was just next to me.
I see a dog barking at someone, and then he ran behind the fence to turn around, and he ran through the open gate like to go to the fence to start barking. Yeah. That's the
Bro.
tip. Don't worry, he was probably drunk and pissed. Did we draw that game 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1. So, do you know what's
yeah.
something funny about this game? We haven't lost to Tottenham since like Mourinho's first game, and we haven't won against Tottenham since 2021. Like at home, by the way.
That is
Both of these at home.
insane.
So what's so it's just a draw, or is it just a fucking we get
1-1
slapped again?
draw, probably.
Like, bro, it's the most like this could be like the lowest quality game since like Ipswich Southampton, bro. Like you're even rotating as well, and you guys are 16th. We're just playing our first team, but we're 17th. Like, what's the point? If Bowen don't score, no one scores, bro. Yeah, I think it is. No, actually, no, it's not. It's not. In no way in hell should this game be televised. Like, no one should be wasting their time watching this game if you're not a fan of the two clubs involved. Go and do something else. Like, go to the gym, start a YouTube channel yourself. I don't know, do something else. Like, you don't have to watch this. You don't have to watch this. I'm trying to find any excuse to not watch West Ham games in general, but I can't. I have a channel. I have to do a match reaction. I have to watch West Ham. Like, it's just long. All of this is just... What's the point? What is the fucking point? Just end the season. End the season. Ah, man.
I think your club need a rebrand, Max. I think you need to scrap the colour, scrap the badge, just do a whole rebrand. Like, you know when you make your own club on FIFA, career mode, and you can create your own club? Just rebrand, just do the rebrand thing. Sometimes it's necessary. You saw how we rebranded, right? Everyone remembers the big trailer that they dropped when Tottenham are rebranded. You know, this is new Spurs identified. Look at what it done for us, man. It changed our lives. It could have a positive effect for you, bro. I think you should do it, man. Honestly, I think you should do it.
I should just make my own team or some shit. Like, if I had peace, I'd make my own team. And like, there's already Chadwell Heath Spartans. I can't even make a Chadwell Heath team. It's long. So what the fuck do I do?
Heath Spartans is crazy.
Yeah, there's a team called Chadwell Heath Spartans. So I can't even make a Chadwell Heath team.
That's like sounds like some NFL team or like a hockey team or some shit.
It does. The logo looks like an NFL team.
Spartans is funny as fuck,
bro. Because they're also funny. You can't play in Chadwell Heath in your home ground, bro. The area is so small, bro. It's like 20 people here. Like you can't play here. Like your home ground ain't even in the area, bro.
There's not even stands for fans, bro. It's just the pitch.
No, bro. It's just some
the pitch and
bracket.
it's a wooden stand, bro, where they sell hot dogs and that, bro.
Yeah, honestly, and bro, there's no one there selling them. There's no one there buying them. It's just a stand. Like
it's just a stand, bro. He only brought like 2 hot dogs for him while the game goes on, fam. He was actually planning to sell them,
and he ate it before the match.
Like it's a movie and that. You don't eat your popcorn before the match starts, bro.
That's it. Hold my drink before I go piss, and then they drunk your drink. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, bro.
It's a cigarette before the match. That's what, bro. Hey, listen, East London is different. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to an East London Sunday League game? Goalkeeper smoking a blem.
Bro,
oh
I used to play for Goodmays, bro. I used to play for Goodmays. I played for Goodmays, and I got to play at the West Ham Stadium at Upton Park because I was because of East London, innit? And 3 of us, I got to be captain at Upton Park and I got an assist. I've done more for this club than Kudus. Fam. I've done more for this club than Ward Prowse. The Ward-Prowse guy looks like a fucking Leaving Neverland victim, bro.
Do you guys even win free kicks for him to take? Isn't that his
Yep.
first?
Bro, we do, yeah. And he always hits them into the fucking wall, bro. Like,
the problem is when you're at Southampton, all you see is it is.
No,
but
but
like,
he
once you're
puts
playing for Southampton, it's like of course they're not going to show all the times he misses. They're just going to show the makes.
But he also puts pressure on himself because he's the guy to take free kicks, and then he just like flops every single time. You know what's so funny? In the time Ward-Prowse has joined West Ham, Declan Rice scored 2 free kicks for Arsenal, and Emerson scored a free kick for West Ham. Our left back. Emerson scored a free kick before Ward-Prowse, bro.
Madden scored a free kick before Ward-Prowse.
So there you go. That's our midfield. I know you man got it bad. We got Ward-Prowse. We got Alvarez. Fucking stupid crackhead, man. These Leaving Neverland victims need to leave.
He's Mexican, like Edison Alvarez. That's the name. Something Alvarez, fam.
Yeah, Edson. Bro, don't never buy another Mexican in my club again, bro. Like automatically, just because of him. Like, I don't want to see another man that's
probably makes the midfield bare lazy in that, bro.
Yeah.
Probably lazy.
That's
shit.
All
right.
Usually it's the other way around. You know? Usually it's me saying some bad shit.
True either. That is outrageous work. That's not work.
Bro, have you not watched South Park, fam?
That's work.
Have you not watched South Park? You haven't seen that clip? The Mexican janitor. He's just always sleeping in that.
That's Alvarez in our midfield. That's Alvarez in our midfield summed up. I'm assuming you lot would just fully rotate for this game then. Because like why would you
fully, but we'd rotate it quite.
He did say there will be some rotations. Obviously, the thing is the team that we actually played midweek did involve quite a bit of rotation anyway. Because I don't think many people expected to see Richarlison and Basuma both start. So when he says rotations, I think we'd expect to see probably Archie Gray come in, Sarr come in, Kulusevski's probably going to start in the midfield, and I think the front line is probably going to be Odobert, Tell, Richarlison. You'll see I think the front line in the midfield is going to see the majority of changes. Obviously, there's been the changes at the back at centre back, but I've always said Romero and Van der Ven should continue playing. I don't understand why centre backs need rest. I've never ever once heard why centre backs need rotation. Especially like I want to see Danso play, but at the same time, centre backs don't need to be rotated. So they should stay sharp. But he's been back from injury for 4 months now. Like this isn't even an excuse. Like what if he needs to be rotated, then he's not ready to play for us. You need to play 2 games a week.
I agree. We should tell him.
Sell Van der Ven.
He's just too injury prone. Like if we got to treat him like he's a kid, fam, because he might pull his hamstring, then at this point, like we might as well just sell him. We'll get a lot of money for him as well. Like he's definitely our best defender. Don't get it twisted, but like
we won't get that much money for him.
I believe
we bought him for 45 million last season. How much do you think we'll get for him?
We'll definitely
55, 60,
we'll go
70.
Yes, he would. He'll definitely go 70.
His fundamentals ain't that good.
It depends who's buying him, man. There's clubs stupid out there for 70, but I'd say like 50, 60 in my opinion. Like I don't think you're making that much profit for someone that's injury prone. Like on a player.
I think he's only injury prone because of this manager. Like obviously he got hamstring injuries at Wolfsburg, but it's not like every season he was out with an injury. Like it was literally like maybe one season where he spent significant time out at Wolfsburg due to a hamstring injury. But it's been hyper accentuated, I guess, because of Ange's stay. But that's pretty much every player in the system for the most part. That's just how it goes.
I feel like the clubs aren't going to look at that. They're just going to look at the fact that he was injured for the past couple like years or whatever, and he's going to be like, we ain't bidding that much for him. But I doubt he's going to be on sale anyway. But if he was, that's what I think clubs would be looking at. They wouldn't be considering the fact that it's just a manager's fault, isn't it?
Like it's a recurring injury as well. Like that's the thing. They're going to look at it and say, "Raw." Like you know what I'm saying? If you look at a player and you see, okay, he's torn his hamstring 3 times, like 3 times in one season. I'm just looking at him like, bro, this is a recurring thing, innit? He might have a hamstring problem. I just think Van der Ven has a hamstring problem that unfortunately may drop his value a little bit. But I still think we can get like 50, 55, maybe pushing 60 if we're feeling greedy, you know what I mean? But 75 that's glutton. That is pure glutton, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
We won't
got
even
my
get that.
time off.
We'll be very lucky to get that for Romero. Romero is a higher. He would be considered a higher grade centre back than Van de Ven
And he's shit as well.
around world football. 100%. He's not going to go for 75.
Is Romero definitely gone then tonight? Atleti or some shit?
Yes,
Atletico.
and good riddance. Hate him.
Man's talking about, I want to move to Spain and all this, like in the middle of the season. I mean,
I don't have a problem with him saying it. It's just like he's on.
warranted talking like that though.
No, but yeah, but
he ain't warranted talking like that after the 18th loss of the season when you was asleep for 2 of the goals. Like, allow it, bro. Shut up. And then you walk down the tunnel instead of clapping the away fans. You're a bastard, bro. Them lot have travelled all over Europe, Europe to support this club. And just go and show some appreciation. He don't want to be here, so he can fuck right off. Sorry, I'm just saying how it is. I'm sure we all feel the same way. It is what it is. If he stays, isn't it? If he stays, in fact, I'll laugh. As much as I hate him, I'll laugh because you did all of that talking for nothing.
You didn't get your move.
You did all of that talking and it led to nothing. Hold that. But
I want to ask this last question though. Ange goes, who's your ideal manager to take over?
Xavi Hernandez. That's the one manager I've been very consistent that I want. I think that's a big manager. A lot of people tell me that he's not proven enough, but and say that he's too big for Spurs. He used to coach in Al Ahly for 3 or 4 years in Saudi Arabia, and yeah, it's for the money. So Spurs can pay him big money. Like we used to pay Antonio Conte the third highest paid manager in the world at the time. So money is not a problem. The size of the team's not a problem. The project is now. I think we can attract him to the project if we get the right people speaking to him. And that's Paratici. I think Paratici can sell him the project. Plus, he likes to work with young players. He likes to. His next move is going to be at a team that's not huge, but ready to take that next step. And I think Spurs is in a position to do that, obviously with the right ambition from the owners. But I'd love Xavi in it. That's more of a dream move for me.
Elijah, what about you?
Couldn't care less. Whoever comes in, I'll support them until I think they're not good enough to be at the club, and then it'll be them out in it. But I don't watch enough teams in it to know how good they are on a week-to-week basis. I don't know. All I can do is look at the league table and determine how good they are. But I don't know. Whoever comes in, I'll be fine with.
Fair.
Listen, man. Right? Let me tell you something now.
Except for Marcus Silva.
Maybe at Glasner, I'd take Glasner just because I think we need to revert to type. I think y'all got greedy with this champagne football. You know what I'm saying? You need to know your place. You're used to 5 out of 10. Stop trying to push for the 8s. Do you know what I mean? Just be humble. Sit down. I think just discipline, innit? We just need a disciplined manager. I get Xavi. I hear that, George. I know, like Xavi would cook. However, I just want someone who's going to come into the club. He's a no tolerance, no shit type of manager. They shut fuck up. You listen. This is how it's going to go. Bish, bash, bosh. That's what we need, man. That's what we need, honestly. You know what I'm saying? We need someone that's going to instill a bit of spine into these players. These guys are too nice. I keep saying it. I don't want good guys in my club, at my football club. I want bastards. I want you to be an absolute waste man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Sonny, he's a nice guy. Oh, no matter what club, no matter who you support, you just can't hate him. Why? I want you to hate him. Hate all my players. But yeah.
Always fucking scores against us, the prick, bro.
Does love a goal.
Can't be asked at this guy. It's always the same goal as what? Step over to the left foot. Fuck off, man. And like, bro, why are none of our right backs watching it and being like, let's not concede like this? Nah, everyone's just like, nah.
He's a right back with Kufal, bro. I've had enough.
Oh, no, fuck that. He ain't playing.
That guy,
fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, bro. Fucking receding hairline prick, bro.
Big C, you know. Big Kufal.
Yeah, it's another Czech Republic flop, you know. Hey,
so I said I was a guy crying about his game time a couple months ago, innit?
Yeah, I've seen.
I want to play more football. Bro, you want to play over Wan-Bissaka? You dumb? Are you fucking dumb? Well, he's like, oh, but my kids are here. I want to settle into. I'm like, fuck your kids, bro. Who cares? No one cares. No one
I said,
cares.
fuck you
bro,
and your whole family.
bro, no one
Yeah,
cares if
said
your
fuck
kids
them
are from.
kids.
Bro, no one cares, man. Like, is he the only footballer to like settle in from a different country to like have kids that go to school in the area of the club he plays in? You're not. You're not.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
Facts.
But listen, before I burst a blood vessel about my second choice right back, we're gonna end it there. But listen, like, I'm gonna let everyone shout their thing and like at least everyone thinks it's in the title. Elijah, where can people find you and what you got coming up?
Too much of you, man. I mean, I'm gonna be live for the West Ham game. I got a little video I'm working on about Archie Gray because I was definitely a lot more critical of Archie Gray 6 months ago. As much as these two's despair in it, that's actually how I ended up meeting Jay, because he called me dumb for my Archie Gray take. 6 months later, that's one of my best friends on YouTube. So crazy how life works out, innit? But basically just gonna be talking about why he's kind of stagnated in terms of his career and how it's not really his fault, but there's a lot of factors that people don't really go into because they either don't edit their videos or they're just supreme yappers in it, so they don't actually know what they're talking about. So I thought I'd go into a bit of detail about it. And yeah, that'll be out within the next couple of days as well. So yeah.
All right, appreciate you joining. Jay, what about you? Where can people find you? What you got coming up?
Hotspur Cave, man. Yeah. I don't know what I have coming up. I'll be so honest. I've been like in the middle of editing a video for like 3 days and I haven't got back to it because I've been so all over the place. But just subscribe to my channel, man. You know, just help a brother out, literally. And I'm spontaneous with these streams. You might just catch a stream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
but yeah, big up the chat, Max. I appreciate you as always. You know,
yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. George,
no, I appreciate you joining, Jay. Appreciate you joining. George, where can people find you? What you got coming up?
Yeah, man. Durag Diaries, George. You should know by now. I don't like Jay. I don't have anything planned, bro. Like my shit is just freestyling. Like I'll put a stream in. I'd obviously have my set streams that I planned on set days. You know, my next one's probably gonna be Monday mornings or the North Divide, whichever one I can be asked. It's bank holiday weekend, and I take a bank when it's bank holiday for YouTube too. For me, like for some people, they're just like, nah, I take annual leave too. I've got some annual leave, man. Like I'm trying to book some time away from YouTube real soon. But nah, so just look out for shows. Follow the channel. We'll have something live within the next couple of days, innit?
Listen, appreciate you all joining the YouTube channel, people. Everyone's link is in the title, people, so you have no excuse to not subscribe, people. Everyone that I bring on the channel, if you're subscribed to me, should be automatically subscribed to every guest that joins this YouTube channel. But listen, yeah, on the road to 1K, people just hit 900 subs, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, we're unfortunately going to be doing a match reaction on Sunday, and we'll have pro clubs tomorrow. So listen, take care, people.
Sir.
Peace.
Bosh.